Well, this is your fault. They did not need to die.
My fault they attacked me. How am I the bad guy?
Your fault!
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movies that are responsible for ruining mainstream cinema.
You're absolutely Alice. I'd know you anywhere. I'd know him anywhere.
Number 10, The Emoji Movie.
I gotta be man. I gotta be man.
Just the title alone makes you wonder what cynical marketing executive thought this was a good idea.
Come on in. Hey, lady. Mr. Bump, he's a knucklehead.
A movie built entirely around smiley faces you send in text messages? Yes, it is as terrible as it sounds, but too many folks let their morbid curiosity get the better of them.
Wait a minute. I've never seen that dance before. What's it called?
The Emoji Pop?
Having made quadruple its budget back at the box office, the Emoji Movie signified the start of marketing movies, films made entirely for the sake of raising brand awareness for a product at the expense of creativity.
Candy Crush.
Don't get us wrong, it is important to consider what audiences you might be catering to, but in the case of the Emoji Movie, the awful writing and obscene product placement show where the priorities were during production.
Red alert! Red alert!
Alex, no!
Game over.
Number 9, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Parts 1 and 2.
Hello, Harry.
Wow, hello.
You're looking fit.
For most people, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows was the epic conclusion to an extensive story we had been growing up with for over a decade. For others, it indicated the start of a new greedy business practice for movie distributors to exercise the necessity of splitting movies into multiple parts.
What are you waiting for? Someone grab him.
Now, there is a case to be made here that Deathly Hallows was a massive book and was the end of Harry Potter, so sure, make a big two-parter to cap off the story. But soon after, other distributors started taking on parts and chapters to movies that should have been one-offs. Looking at you, The Hunger Games Mockingjay, Twilight Breaking Dawn, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
The fate of the multiverse, and my brain dies. We are. You guys smell that? Mayday took a crap.
Number 8, Ready Player One. In the world of movies, Ready Player One was the death of the cameo and Easter eggs. To compensate for the mediocre plot, Ready Player One was loaded with all kinds of characters from across movies, television, and video games.
I've never seen The Shining. Is it really scary?
I have to watch it through my fingers.
Okay, so we got the keys from room 237.
However, they were all just there. No purpose in the story, no meaning behind their inclusion, just here's Iron Giant standing next to Tracer from Overwatch and the Mortal Kombat characters. Since then, cameos and Easter eggs just get put in for the sake of easy fan service, and it's gotten even more excessive in popular IPs like Star Wars, Marvel, DC Comics, and way, way more.
You think I'm a corporate asshole, that I don't appreciate pop culture, but man, that's not true.
Number 7, Twilight.
How did you get over to me so fast?
I was standing right next to you, Bella.
No, you were next to your car, across the lot.
Remember the flood of movies we saw in the late 2000s and early 2010s that were adapted from books aimed at teens and tweens? Well, we have Twilight to blame for that.
Oh, you do smell good.
Alice, what are you?
It's okay. Bella and I are gonna be great friends.
The angsty vampire romance combined with the constant success of the Harry Potter movies caused many studios to worry about missing out on a possible gold mine. And so we saw almost every mainstream young adult book get a movie deal the second it published. The Maze Runner, Jumper, Divergent, and Percy Jackson all fought for the next wave of attention from the masses. Some got another movie or two, others never returned. And the chase for the next popular young adult novel continues to this day.
Bella won't be out too late tonight. She's just gonna play baseball with my family.
Baseball?
Yes, sir, that's the plan.
Number 6, Transformers.
You tried out for the football team last year, right?
Let's go call your mom.
Oh, no, that wasn't like a real
tryout. I was researching a book I was writing.
If you've ever wondered why people weren't keen on Transformers for a while, you can blame it on Michael Bay's first Transformers flick. Audiences flocked to the theater for this one, only to be met with a bland story driven entirely by overly detailed CGI.
No. This isn't hiding. This isn't hiding. This is my backyard, not a truck stop.
Movie studios took note of this and immediately began abandoning practical effects in favor of excessively using CGI. Unfortunately, this wave of spectacle-driven blockbusters has not slowed down much over the years. We still see plenty of big-budget films made almost entirely in front of a blue screen. So much so that more movies are forgetting the true beauty we can be using in the real world with real materials and real scenes. Just look at Five Nights at Freddy's.
Papi!
Number 5, The Avengers.
You and me, we stay here on the ground. We keep the fighting here. And Hulk. Smash.
The Avengers was the first superhero movie with a major ensemble and a ton of financial backing from Marvel and its partners. And it turned out to be an insanely great movie. Unfortunately, too many movie studios desperately tried to copy its blueprint and failed miserably. Everything has to be a crossover, everything has to have a world-ending conflict, and everything has to be the start of the next MCU.
Raise the missing mouse. Ship the top tails. That man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
What they fail to realize is that the movies that led up to the Avengers, Iron Man, Captain America, the First Avenger, and Thor, were all great films on their own. There was a reason audiences cared about the Avengers, and it wasn't because, ooh, pretty world with lots of exposition and special effects.
Straight down in a steel trap. You get how that works? Ant. Boot.
Number 4, Alice in Wonderland.
Sorry? Slay the what?
Oh, yeah. That being you there with a vorpal sword. No other swords can kill the Jabberwocky. No how.
Those who bemoan the trend of live-action Disney remakes will point blame at many different movies. It's Lilo and Stitch's fault. No, it's Aladdin's fault. No, The Lion King was the start of that downfall. No, it's actually Maleficent. If you really want to go back to when this started, it began with Alice in Wonderland.
When the White Queen once again wears the crown, on that day, I shall futterwacken vigorously.
For just a couple $100 million in investment, the movie brought in over $1 billion big bucks for Disney. That told the company, hey, people want us to milk this stuff. And now some feel the House of Mouse is a sequel mill and remake factory. What little originality remains gets little to no attention.
What is he doing?
Futterwacken.
Number 3, Jurassic World. Much like Ghostbusters, it seems like the movie industry cannot move past the original Jurassic Park in 1993. Ever since the Lost World sequel in 1997, the Jurassic Park franchise has been on a steep decline in quality. Jurassic World was apparently good enough for audiences to give Universal a ton of undeserved box office receipts, and they continue to do so. No matter how awful the next sequel is, people keep showing up and giving more and more money. At what point do we realize that we should be asking if we should make Jurassic Park sequels instead of if we could make them? Right, Dr. Malcolm?
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Number 2, Avatar.
Don't play with that, you'll go blind.
That's kind of freaky.
There is something to be said about Avatar's enigmatic popularity given how long its story wallows around and how captivating and immersive its world is. But what Avatar really ignited was the notion of 3D becoming the future of cinema. So many movie studios bought into the idea that they needed to match the visual fidelity and 3D effects Avatar showcased, for whatever reason.
I've already chosen. This woman must also choose me.
And surprise, surprise, none of them really justified the extra cost of display in IMAX 3D. The movies that followed felt cheap and gimmicky, and soon enough, everyone went back to watching movies the way they have been for years, and years, and years before.
This is how normal people behave.
I can't protect you out there.
Is that normal?
Sadly,
yes, this is normal.
It's very normal.
It's a big bunny. Relax about it.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Heaven's Gate.
There's hard times, Jim. Citizens gotta make a dollar anyway, can these days?
If we could rename Heaven's Gate to reflect its impact on the filmmaking industry, we'd call it the day the auteur died. Director Michael Cimino caused a lot of problems throughout production in order to achieve his perfect vision, so much so that the budget went 4 times over its initial amount.
But people always get thirsty after a funeral. I'm not about to sit and watch the grass grow when there's money to be made.
The critical reception was not kind and wound up scaring tons of movie studios in the process. It didn't help that the film was a major player in United Artists filing for bankruptcy. Cimino's big blunder showed studios that there was no reason to give directors complete creative control, and so began the practice of corporate meddling in entertainment, with some exceptions here and there.
He knew what was coming and he made his own decision. And so did you.
Was there another movie you feel has contributed to the downward quality in modern films? Let us know down in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Watch Mojo Video.